Hello everyone, my name is Noel Galeana and I'm going to talk about Mexico's wealth inequality in our business communication final project. So Mexico, officially United Mexican State, is located in southern part of America. Mexico is bordered in the south by Belize and Guatemala, by the north with United States of America. Mexico occupies the fifth place in largest countries in America and a population of around 120 million people. Talking in terms of population, Mexico has the 11th most populous in the world. United Mexican States are a federation whose government is a democratic and representative federation. The government is ruled by the Constitution of 1917, and the elected president is forced to respect the laws written in the Magna Carta. Constitution is based in three main levels of governments. The first and most important one, who is responsible of the whole complaints in Mexico, is the federal union. Second one are the states governments, and finally the country has the municipal governments. It was needed to explain a little bit about Mexico and its kind of government. I would like to do a parenthesis here because it is completely ridiculous blaming the government for the problematics in the country. There are several of circumstances that affects politics, source administration, culture, and of course inequality. But the elected government chosen by the people is one of the most important pillars to lead the course of the country. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, inequality means the unfair situation in society when some people have more opportunities, money, etc. than other people. Inequality exists worldwide, but it's more tangible in some places than others. For example, in Latin America, it's possible to find very high rates of inequality, principally in the countries located in the south of the continent. However, Mexico is not an exception. Corruption, lack of opportunities, very bad governments, and a very big part of the population is not informed. All these branches create the lack of equality. Extremely inequality has increased in Mexico while the economy has stagnant, concentrating almost half of the country's wealth in the hands of its elite 1%. According to the new Oxford report, as everyone knows, Mexico is one of the most biggest countries in the world, and with more than 100 million people, it's hard to fight with all the problems at the same time. I wanted to talk about Mexico's wealth inequality because that issue described previously above finished a big lack of opportunities in the country, and now it forms part of the culture. I think we could face the inequality with people well prepared in whether they want to develop better opportunities for most people and education. Now I'm going to describe a couple of graphs, a couple of plots. As the first one, rates of poverty. So development has benefited disproportionately high income groups while low income households have lagged behind. Income inequality has reached unprecedented heights in most OCDE countries and remains at even higher levels in many emerging economies. As we can see in the graphic in the plot, countries as Czech Republic, Denmark, Ireland, Finland has the lowest rates, and countries as Mexico and Turkey, Israel comes highest rates upper than 18.6%. According to this date in 2013. The second graph, it talks about inequality incomes. The population that occupies the top 10% of the OCDE income scale now earns 9.6 times the income of the population that occupies the bottom 10%, about 7, one ratio prevalent in the 1980s and 9%, one of the 2000. Again, countries as Denmark, Czech Republic has the lowest rates as with rates not low as 5.2, 5.4, and Mexico has the 30.5%, very high rate of inequality incomes.
Hello, I am Ricardo Corona and I am going to talk about the loss of culinary roots due to the transforming of food culture. Currently, there is a loss of food culture and low education about a more natural and nutritious diet, which has resulted in the proliferation and consumption of low nutrition junk food meals. It is not for nothing, then, that Mexico ranks second among countries with chronic problems of obesity, which has increased exponentially in the last 20 years. The disdain of roots and food culture has led to the relegation of traditional native crops and partially the food base based on corn and its derivatives, with flours, soft drinks, and industrialized products that use other ingredients, added artificial flavors and sugars as an ingredient essential product. Today, 15% of what Mexicans consume are processed products and transnationals that manufacture junk foods, high in fat, salt, and sugar, and are inappropriate product for a population that itself suffers from food insecurity. Enrique Jacobi, regional advisor on healthy eating and active life of the Pan American Health Organization, warned that Mexico eat too many snacks and that just in 20 years the entire food system was replaced based on a characteristical gastronomic variety of the Mexican cultural heritage. Tortillas have been replaced by white bread or flour tortillas, the atole and fresh waters for the soft drinks, the fresh milk for milk from the box, the tomato for puree, the molcajete sauces for ketchup or sauce or canned sauces, pot beans for canned beans, pot coffee for soluble coffee, fresh vegetables by canned or frozen vegetables, among others. These changes are outside the national culture context. Much of this is due to copying a model that does not correspond to our social reality and that often generate extra family expenses.
Hi, I'm Jesus Solana and I'm gonna talk about the people that is helping our amazing country with the job of promoting places to visit and with this to get to know more about our culture. These people are the ones that share their experiences in México Desconocido, the magazine. This magazine is in charge of giving their clients experiences, places, and knowledge of places that they didn't know about. Either I, and I'm sure either you. These places are amazing just because they are beautiful landscapes and people. Most of those places don't have cell phone service, not even Wi-Fi. This makes this experience amazingly magical, cause you actually get to live the moment and not counting the days. Actually make them count. With this, I can tell you that I'm a hunter, and when people get to know that, always turn to me and tell why I'm a murderer. Stop killing animals. You're an idiot. And my answer to all of them, all the people is, first of all, I don't kill just to kill. Actually, all the things, all the things I get to hunt or fish, I eat them. Next, and the most important thing is all about the journey, not the outcome. You don't have idea how peaceful it is to get into the woods at 5:30 a.m. and just seeing how all the place come alive and the landscape within. That's why I'm a hunter. Why I'm telling you this. Just because it's the same when somebody says about Mexico losing their culture and all of them saying that's not true, that's never gonna end. But the funny part, they always go to USA in vacations. They're always going shopping there. And when they come back home, they don't even go to buy actual Mexican products, not even sharing their point of view of the country. In this, we have amazing things that nobody knows, and most of Mexico's economy run from their tourism. With this, who else than Mexico that is one of the most cultural and biodiverse place in the world, is one of the fifth most cultural countries in the world.